Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is my HomePod mini review. I've had the HomePod mini for about a month now and I just picked up my second one yesterday. So now I have a stereo setup, but today is going to be just a full-on review of the product and should you buy it or not. The HomePod mini costs $100 in the United States, $130 in Canada, and it's the follow-up for the HomePod, which didn't really do too well in sales. That was released in 2018. This is Apple's first small smart home speaker, and I think it's going to do really well in terms of sales and gain a bit of market share in that space because right now it is dominated by Amazon and Google. The first thing we got to talk about when it comes to the HomePod mini is the size. This thing is tiny. So you can see right here, it's basically the size of a softball or maybe like an orange. I would say it's about a third of the size compared to the regular HomePod. To be honest, I kind of like the size because you can put it anywhere in your house and it won't really take up a lot of room. It stands 3.3 inches tall and about 4 inches wide, so super small, and they come in white and space gray. They have a touch screen on the top which you can use Siri as your voice assistant, and it's a really good speaker to AirPlay from your other Apple devices. Now the big thing we've got to talk about, of course, is sound. Now personally, I was a little afraid. I was like, this thing is really small, the sound is probably not going to be that good, but to be completely honest, I was actually blown away by how good it sounds for such a small speaker. The sound is really clear, it's really crisp. The bass is okay, it's not like really good. It's not going to like thump the ground or anything, but it's there. The bass is okay, it's not really powerful by any means. The bass is definitely an area of opportunity for a second generation HomePod mini. And the last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to sound is that it doesn't really get that loud. A single HomePod, it gets to a decent volume, you know, like enough to listen to music in your house and be comfortable. Now I do have a stereo setup, and even with that, it doesn't really get that loud. Like, it gets loud enough for sure that if you have company over and want like music playing, it'll be totally fine. But if you want to like fill up an entire house or like a backyard or something, you probably want to go with the regular size HomePod or another Bluetooth speaker that is going to be much louder. Sound quality, I would say it's similar to the Google Home, the one that looks like an air freshener, and I've seen a lot of reviews that are saying the new Echo from Amazon actually sounds a bit better than the HomePod mini. Now I don't own the new Echo or have ever listened to it, but if you are solely looking for sound quality in that price range, I would maybe try the Echo. Now back to the stereo setup. So this does enhance the sound quality and the bass. Like I said, the bass on a single HomePod mini wasn't anything crazy, but when you put it in a stereo pair, it's actually pretty decent. Now with the HomePod mini, you can use multiple different music streaming services. The main one obviously being Apple Music, since it is an Apple product, but they are going to be supporting more streaming services in the future. Now who should get the HomePod mini? In my opinion, it's definitely going to be someone that is either an Apple fan or is heavily invested into the whole Apple ecosystem. The thing about Apple products is they perform better with other Apple products. So with that being said, the HomePod mini is great because you can do your messages, you can do podcasts, Apple Music, you can pair it with your Apple TV, AirPlay from your other Apple devices. The amount of different uses that you can actually utilize with the HomePod mini is pretty crazy because Apple has so many services now, and pretty much all of them work with the HomePod mini, which is great. One of the coolest features about the HomePod mini that I personally really like is being able to transfer music to and from the HomePod mini with the new U1 chip. This basically allows you to put your device towards the speaker and transfer the music to be played through it. So what that looks like in real life is you'd be playing music on your phone, then you basically just go like this. It says transferring to HomePod, and there we go. So it starts playing like that. You can adjust the volume and all that from the phone, but then if I want to like take the sound from the HomePod and put it back on the phone, I go like this, transferring to iPhone, and it's back on the phone. So that was a really cool feature that I found. Now for a bit of tech spec. So it's got a single range driver, 2 passive radiators for the bass. It's got an acoustic waveguide at the bottom of the speaker to basically be aware of the surroundings and deliver the sound in 360 degrees. And due to the S5 chip, it also has computational audio, which basically adjusts the music output. In a nutshell, the HomePod mini sounds really good. Personally, I would say if you're buying the HomePod for for maybe like a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, it's great because you don't really need like a super loud speaker in order to have good quality audio coming from the HomePod mini in that kind of environment. If you're looking for super loud sound to basically fill up an entire room and still have really great sounding audio, then I would go with the full-size HomePod. But if it's for, you know, just playing music and listening to podcasts and very casual use, 100% the HomePod mini, because one, it's cheaper, and two, it does exactly what you want it to do. I would never recommend like a full-size HomePod as something that you would put in like your kitchen, unless you just have like a massive kitchen like in Keeping Up with the Kardashians or something. But I would say for the average person, if you're looking for a smart home speaker and you already have a ton of Apple products, the HomePod mini is a great price and it's going to have a lot of great Apple features, and I think someone already invested into the Apple ecosystem is going to absolutely love the HomePod mini. So guys, that's pretty much it for the HomePod mini review. Like I said, it's $100 US and 130 Canadian. Way better price than the original HomePod because barely anyone bought them because of how expensive they were. So I think Apple is going to just kill it with the market share when it comes to smart home assistant speakers, because there's so many people that already have Apple products, and what do now? You introduce a smart home speaker from Apple that people are probably going to buy and maybe even replace their Amazon and Google devices with. That's personally what I did. I had pretty much like everything Amazon, a couple Google devices, but now I'm basically replacing them with the HomePod minis and the full-size HomePod for my studio. Other than that, guys, really good product. Definitely recommend you get it. It's a great Christmas gift as well because it's not like super expensive, and a lot of people really want them and could get a lot of use out of them. So I definitely recommend to maybe even check some out as gifts. But that is it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.